Hi, hello, my name is Jade and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I just walked up the stairs. I thought I'd give myself enough time before I started talking, but I didn't. But we're dyeing my hair again. I thought I used up all my red. I found some, like this thing's half full. I found some red, but I also have yellow. I did a test strand in here somewhere. It's really yellow, so I'm going to try to make a little bit of orange. And we're going to put orange over top of this. Up on top of this mess. And see what happens. So I'm going to mix this up and I will see you in a sec. Here is our orange that I made. I mixed a tiny bit of red and a whole thing of yellow. I'm using Aero yellow. This packet's empty. And a tad bit, just a teeny tiny bit of red. So we are going to go ahead and throw that on my hair. Alright, so for dyeing my hair this time, I do section it. I don't section it in 4 sections like I should, but I do section off some pieces. I don't do the best with this one just because I don't have much dye. And my biggest goal is to get the ends dyed because they are the pink ones. I am not super focused on the roots like I am getting the roots, but my biggest goal is the ends of the hair because that's where it's pink. And I didn't think that the dye would cover the roots, so I don't care too much about the roots. And you'll see at the end, I do end up running out, so like the front isn't as covered as everything else in the back. But again, that is okay because you'll see that my roots in the front of my head are way more red than they are anywhere else. This dye is like so incredibly thick, so it's kind of hard to spread. I normally really love a thick dye. I do. But I didn't have much of that thick dye this time. Like I had a whole tube, but it was so thick that it was just not spreading easily. Normally I'll go and put like a conditioner in with it, but I didn't want to dilute it this time just because my roots were so dark and I really wanted this pink covered. But it does work out in the end and it does cover. I just run out at the top. And it's not even that I run out, it's just not as covered as I would prefer it to be. So I'm just using my hands and like squishing it in. Honestly, I forget that like I can't see very well until I do things like this or crafts, and I'm like, oh crap, like I thought I could see normally, and then I do it, and then it's harder for me than I realize it's gonna be. Even though I do this so often, you'd think that by now I'd realize, oh Jade, it's gonna be kind of hard, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, I'm really making sure it's all in my ends because, again, I just wanted the ends covered, and the roots are kind of just a last resort type thing. Not even a last resort, that it's just not crazy important to me. Just the ends are. So don't come at me saying that I'm doing it wrong. I know that I'm doing it wrong. I'm visually impaired, and I also didn't have much, and I also didn't think that it was going to cover. So again, it doesn't matter. I just squishing it on there. It'll cover. Sorry, my dogs are barking because they hear something. But yeah, I'm just squishing it all in using my hands. I do use my brush a little bit, but not really. And yeah, just get it all over your hair. That's what I do when I just use one color and hope for the best. And it turns out well. Spoiler alert, it turns out well. So okay, so I got it all. I ran out of hair dye. I'm dizzy. Because of Aero being so thick, normally I will put like conditioner in it to thin it out, but I didn't do that this time, so I was mostly worried about the ends because that's where the most light, like where it's lightest at. So most of it's just on the ends. There's probably like a few spots on the roots that aren't covered. But that's okay because the roots are like still really red. But yeah, my hair is covered and I'm gonna let it sit for a few moments and I'll leave it. Here are my results of dyeing my pink hair orange. There are still red spots like up at the root, but like I think I told you guys, I ran out of hair dye around like this area. That's because Aero Air is so thick, and I normally what I do is I put conditioner in it to like thin it out, but because my hair was the color it was, I didn't want to thin it out too much that it would like not be dark enough to cover. So this is the results of my hair. I kind of like the red at the top and the orange. Let me turn it around. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully that looks good. Hopefully there's not spots missing in the back. I did just have my hair up, so that's why it looks weird. It is still clean, so I didn't go like a week without showing you guys. This is the results. It is pretty. It's not exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I wanted. Just an orange color. But it's a lot different than I thought it was gonna be. I'm happy with it. My thoughts are I'm kind of thinking about going back and putting red in all of the roots, and then just leaving the ends like this. I don't know. You guys let me know what I should do, if you think I should put red in my roots since, you know, it's pretty red, or not. But yeah, that is that for dyeing my pink hair orange. Putting yellow on top of it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.